morning, Braves. This is the Manalapan High School Bravecast, your weekly news program showcasing everything Manalapan High School. And now, here are your news anchors.
Good morning, Manalapan High School. Today is Friday, December 6th. I'm Kira Sullivan.
And I'm Sam Gangan. Welcome back to the Bravecast. We'd like to begin this broadcast by announcing our Teacher and Educational Services Professional of the Year.
Congratulations to Mrs. Aquavella on winning Teacher of the Year.
Mrs. Aquavella is one of our English teachers here at Manalapan. She is so deserving of this award. And now for the Educational Services Professional of the Year, congratulations, Mr. Scandura.
Mr. Scandura is one of our amazing guidance counselors. You can find him in the guidance office, and he is always available for anything.
Congratulations. And now, Braves, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance led by my fellow ice hockey captains and I.
America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated.
Come out after school to Jersey Shore Arena for our game versus Monroe at 3:50.
We hope to see you there.
And now to Maddie Lee with our weekly Culture Respect segment.
Braves. Our school's foundation of respect and kindness is something all of us should be proud of. I had the chance to go through the halls and interview students and staff about the improvements they have noticed so far. Since building our school's culture of respect, how have you seen the school community improve?
Everyone has really grown up a lot, and we have all come together as like a community.
Students are being a lot more respectful to their teachers.
People are holding doors for people as coming into the school.
There's a lot less trash. Kids are cleaning up for themselves, holding doors open, saying hello.
People are being more friendly, more open, more nice, everything.
Seeing students like opening their door for like the people behind them and just like saying good morning to teachers.
I've seen the cafeteria be a lot cleaner.
I've seen our school community improve by everyone being more social and more supportive towards one another. I think that's really important.
Everyone's a lot more friendly. Everyone says good morning to each other.
It looks like we've made an impact here at Manalapan. Keep up the great work, Braves. This has been Maddie Lee. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Maddie. Braves, the Monmouth County Vocational School will be visiting Manalapan on Wednesday, December 11th. Any students interested should stop by the guidance office or register through their SCOIR account. Seniors, if you have a December 15th or January 1st college application deadline, make sure you inform your school counselor as soon as possible. All college documents and materials need to be uploaded into your SCOIR account, and your application isn't complete until your counselor sends your transcripts and letters of recommendation. Also for seniors, the free application for federal student aid, mostly known as FAFSA, is now open and available to qualify for available financial aid. The FAFSA is a document you should complete with your parent or guardian, as it's now a state graduation requirement. Reach out to your school counselor with any questions. In other news, the Governor's School of New Jersey and the Sciences and Engineering and Technology are unique and intensive residential summer programs that bring together some of New Jersey's most talented and motivated high school students. If interested in becoming Manalapan High School's nominee, please check your email. See Mr. Padicky with any questions before Friday, December 13th. Also, Braves, our cafeteria is now open for breakfast for students and staff. They have hot options, bagels, muffins, snacks, and beverages. The doors open at 7 a.m. and breakfast is served until 7:25. And now, a few weeks ago, Jamie Kaczynski had the opportunity to visit Miss O'Donnell's AP Psychology class to see their brain projects. Let's check it out.
Jamie Kaczynski here, outside of Mrs. O'Donnell's AP Psychology class, and today I will be interviewing students out of this class about their brain projects. Why did you choose this design?
I just thought it was going to be an easy way to understand the brain.
Me with all my other friends thought it would be really fun to make.
Because it was cheap and easy, you know. It's 2.5 pounds of quick dry clay from Michael's, and that's $7. So with this little bit of clay on the outside, it's nothing much. Came out to like $20, nice and cheap. Easy to mold.
I chose packing peanuts. I just kind of wanted to do something different from all the styrofoam heads, and I thought it was kind of creative.
I chose to do a 3D model because I like to see like the inside and outside of the brain from like a different perspective.
How did you make this project? So my group and I, we made our project out of Rice Krispie treats, and we molded it all together and used food coloring to show the outside and the inside of the brain. It took us 2.5 hours, and I don't recommend eating it.
We made this project by using Mod Podge and glitter to demonstrate the outside and inside of the head.
How does this project help your students understand the parts of the brain?
By having them do a 3D model, they really have to know the different parts on the outside of the brain as well as on the inside of the brain. And I also have them do the functions. So it'll force them to really know where everything is and how it's all interconnected and which functions are associated with different parts. So by doing a 3D manipulative model, I found that that really helps rather than just learning the vocabulary words.
There you have it, Braves. Great job to all of our AP Psychology students on this project. This has been Jamie Kaczynski. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Jamie, for showing us these amazing projects. Seniors, the Health Careers Club is holding a blood drive.
If anyone wants to participate, there will be sign-up tables on December 11th and 12th outside of the cafeteria.
Moving on to another charitable action, we have the Animal Club selling 2025 calendars that feature the pets of numerous students and staff of our community.
Please speak to Mrs. Nellis or an Animal Club member to order. The deadline for orders will be on December 11th, which is also when their next meeting will take place in the cave.
And with the recent NHS food drive, we were able to provide 555 meals for families in need.
We would like to thank anyone who has donated food. You help make the community a better place.
Absolutely. Auditions for the Drama Club Spring Musical Matilda will be taking place on December 11th and 12th.
Audition forms can be found outside of E213. You can also sign up to their Google Classroom for their full audition packet. You do not have to be a member of the Drama Club to audition.
And now, Braves, this past Wednesday at Jersey Shore Arena, Evan Zaretsky and Steven Russo filmed the weekly Bravecast Sports Report.
Evan Zaretsky joined by Steven Russo at Jersey Shore Arena. This is your Manalapan Sport Report. Hey, welcome back, I guess. I don't know what I'm missing.
Evan, it's been a minute. You know, I come back in style with a Zamboni that's about to be passing us by. I choose my spots, right? But I'm glad to be back and remind me how to do a sport report.
Let's start off with the ice hockey team. Preview of the ice hockey season. Let's start off with last season. One of the most heartbreaking losses I've seen at Prudential Center in the state championship. Now we go to this season. How are they going to bounce off of that? But they're losing a lot, Steven. Let's talk about the team. They're losing Schmelzer and Kushner. Tell us more about that.
It's going to be really interesting. You lose some guys last year. As you said, Schmelzer and Kushner. Those are your top two offensive guys from last year that helped you get to the Prudential Center. So that means the guys from this year, they got to pick up the slack offensively to get back to where you were scoring clips from last year. So it's going to be about the depth of this team. How good is the depth?
And that is my one concern for this team, that is not as good as what it was last year. You're losing 9 seniors. I hope I'm proved wrong. The depth is very different. Now you have a fourth line full of JV. You have a third line who was the fourth line. Also, the biggest jump I've seen was Sam Kaplan going from the fourth line to the first line. Yeah. One of the biggest jumps I've ever seen. But it's an opportunity for him, and I hopefully capitalize it as we have this Zamboni going behind us in good old ice hockey fashion, Steven. Tell us about the Manalapan schedule.
So, talking about the depth, right? You need those guys to produce, and you need them to start producing quick here. We can't wait for them to develop because the schedule is really tough. When you go to the Prudential Center, you get a rep for yourself. You can start playing the big boys. That's what I like to say. 20 games this year. Only 4 teams from last year that they play from the 20 finished with a record below 500.
Yeah, everyone in town started to notice that they're the real deal.
You're getting a lot of teams coming up willing to play Manalapan, reaching out, because Manalapan's kind of must-watch hockey. So how will they deal with the expectations this year and the tough competition? That's going to be a big storyline.
And it starts today, hosting Monroe, Jersey Shore Arena, 350 USA team. Steven, real quick before we end, let's talk about the schedule. Yeah. Really hard schedule, as you said. The team has to start off with quick wins. They're facing tough teams. The schedule kind of dies down with the opponents as you get to the end of the season. It's going to be big to start off with quick wins. Quick prediction, what is your hot take for the season?
For me, make it short and sweet, 500. They got a tough stretch coming up, Their game today against Monroe, that's a playoff rematch. So that's going to be interesting. They got a lot of tough games.
It's a lot on the table.
But 500 isn't that bad of a record going off PowerPoints and stuff like that. They'll still easily make the playoffs and be a force in the playoffs.
And I'm going to go either 9-11 or 10-10. Hopefully we're right. We'll see hopefully we're not right, actually. Yeah. Hopefully we go above 500. Hopefully we'll see everyone tonight at Monroe, JSA. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Hey Braves, welcome back to another episode of the Manalapan Minute. I'm Sam Gankin, and today I'm joined by the coach of the varsity ice hockey team, Mr. Andrillo, for our first ever live interview.
Sam, thanks for having me.
Welcome to the show.
Appreciate it.
So my first question for you is, with your past experience coming off of a state championship visit in other sports, how do you approach this upcoming ice hockey season?
I think what I've learned over these years is that it's just business as usual. You know, stick to the game plan. For us, it's being disciplined, being prepared, being accountable. We do that, we'll have a chance to defend the division and even the state.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think we saw that, last night, winning 5-1 and having the guys come early, having energy all throughout the game, having energy on the bench, having energy on the ice, and I feel like that, it runs through the team. It's like a domino effect.
Absolutely.
That leads me into my second question. With losing so many impactful seniors last year, how do you look to make up for your offensive caliber?
It's tough to really replace two 100-point scorers, right, in Mike and Kush, but we've got plenty of guys on this team that have experience, yourself included, and I think guys like Hanovic and Lena that are going to lead the way and fill those roles, they're in a position to do that, and let's be real, right, when you have the best goaltender in the state, they can't score, they can't win.
You said it right there, at the end of the day, you got guys like, Hanovic and Lena, stepping up, but at the end of the day, you got young guys in the D corps that are stepping up, and then you got guys that are going from, maybe the fourth line all the way up to the first, like Kaplan, and they're taking, they got big shoes to fill. And I feel like that experience is really going to carry us through. So thanks for joining us live in the studio for the Manalapan Minute.
Yeah, it's been fun. Appreciate it. And don't forget, today, 4 o'clock, Jersey Shore Arena, rematch with Monroe.
That's all for today, Braves. It's a B-Day, so make the most of it. Have an amazing weekend, and we'll see you next week on your Manalapan Bravecast.